Um, I put in for my 2 weeks, probably sometime in December 2012, and and I had to put in a letter to CPAC in the CPAC office and so on. Okay, no, pay attention to this. Okay, I'm thankful for the VA. Okay, I'm thankful the VA helped me find my job at Fort Drum. But it was typically me. The VA gave me the labeling of the Schedule D, and it was my aggression that helped me find my employment at Fort Drum. What is it? Hang on. Okay. Um, I'm probably as a Schedule D, right? I'm probably still to this day, right? With all the ATAR certification I have, you know what I mean? I'm probably the only Schedule D employee that is fit for any position at Fort Drum, man. Go look at my ATAR list. Look at all the certifications I did. You know what I mean? I was hungry, man. I was hungry. You know what I mean? I think I have over like 200 ATAR certification, man. I was busy. Like when every day when they moved me from my job temporary, and I was placed into I went from T4 to T15. uh, I was training myself for all those financial jobs and stuff, man, all them supervisory jobs and so on. So I was not every day for like a month, man. I was like, when I was in T15, I was building up my portfolio. All right. I hope the deep state could go and pull up my ATAR list, man. It still exists, you know what I mean? But CPAC was like an old nepotism, like you hire your family, like for instance the Karens, the Paul William and Karen William. They how come you how come you guys are related and you guys working for the same section? You know what I'm saying? Karen was my supervisor, and Paul, her husband, um, was the supervisor in the airfield. And I mean the same part of the not just DOL, but also the same part of movement. And I mean, we were the movement team, and I mean, they work on DAACG, and I mean, and I was unit movements, and I mean, like you see how and CPAC did that. So when I realized like CPAC was friendly and was keeping showing favoritism and so on, based on the circle of people, I was also part of that circle of people. Well, I thought I was, you know what I mean? But they never get me, like, when I was applying for those jobs and stuff, my show was getting forwarded, but nobody was hiring me. You know what I mean? And the only reason I was applying because, like, I knew my environment was hostile and I was trying to get out of there. That's what intelligent people do. When you know like your environment is hostile and you have the means of ha- career growth, you will try to move away from a hostile environment. They didn't want me to move. Like I think when they say the universe talking to you, it's true. But if I say that now, I'm fitting the mold of a schizo, and I mean, because I'm not trying to practice not just conformity. I'm trying to, like I walk in the room and like you want to fit in, right? And everybody's wearing white. Oh, everyone is wearing class A's, and you and your PTs. It's like you didn't get a right memo. You walk in the room and see everybody in a certain uniform. You're gonna run back and change and come back in the right uniform. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? But anyways, I'm not trying to fit Sketsu because Sketsu is not a acceptable. Um, but if that's what the VA gave me, but I'm not. I'm trying to not fit that mold, okay? Because when they say the universe talking to you, but I feel like the universe is talking to me because I couldn't get a career growth, and I mean, it took me from my job, put me in a temporary job so I could get career growth and stuff. They didn't CPAC didn't want to they didn't want to give me the promotion and stuff, so they was gonna put me back into the old job. You know what I mean? Bruh, that's a hostile environment, man. I wasn't having that. You know what I mean? And thank God I got a headache and I was confused that day. according to Tesla. She wrote about I was manic. I mean, you in the room with everybody. That's the thing, right? Um, you could be in a room, the same room with everybody, but everybody sees something different. Because John Forsman, the one who threatened me, he didn't see me be manic. Tesla saw me manic. Okay. Eric King didn't see me manic. Eric King said something else. So like I came in the room and I I agreed to go back to the job and stuff and I stepped out. No, I never agreed. I just stood quiet. You know what I mean? And then I went to my director and stuff, and I was telling him I have a headache and so on. You know what I mean? Racing thoughts and so on. And he took me to the behavioral health lady, and that's when everything spiraled out of control. And like, see, once again, man, people lying on me and shit. You know what I mean? Alright. I'm not taking responsibility for nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? I did say I was going to hurt him. I did say I have a gun. No, I did say I'm going to hurt him. I did say I'm going to use a gun, but I also said I didn't have a gun. You know what I mean? So they wanted to hospitalize me. I'm like, nope, it's okay. And I walked out, and they sent cops to my house and shit. You know what I mean? And at that point, I told my buddy to take me down to the hospital. Man, his name is Will Smith. He's in Schofield Barracks right now in Hawaii. All right. So the universe talked to me. Universe like, you know what? They didn't give you no career growth and stuff, man. You know what I mean? Um, you'll have a happy life at home. I'm home. I'm doing my stuff, working on my house with my cars and stuff. I don't care if vets, friends of vets, um, is part of the deep state FBI team. I don't care. Like, you watch me all along. I'm not doing anything illegal. You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, anyways, man, universe is talking to me for real. You know what I'm saying? I went to make myself a small little area, make that my happy spot, man. And they come and they were like, nah. And I mean, we want to, um, we want to, mm, cause that's what gang stalking is, right? Is this a way to for them to change you, make you into something more desirable? You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know if it's for employment or what. You know what I mean? So you guys couldn't find me employment back then. You know what I'm saying? And make me a better person back then. But you want to make me a better person now. I'll be a better person when you guys pay me more money for all the compensation for wrongly. Um, because if I tell you I'm allergic to something and you spray that shit, that's provocation. So for provocating me, you know what I mean? This, and if you guys are not keeping track of anything, man, at least not for me. I don't care about me and stuff, but typically when you're doing stuff like that, everything is being tracked. You know what I'm saying? You know. So you guys could follow me, because one time when it first started, they followed me all the way up to Potsdam, because at that point I was like, you know what, let me go check on Dr. Conrad and hang out with him and his wife, and you know what I mean, and be a big brother to his son and so on. You know what I mean? So they followed me all the way up there, followed me all the way back, followed me in Canada many times, followed me in Canada when I crashed my car. You know what I mean? So you guys could follow me. I crash in my cars and shit, but I'm not supposed to get compensated for it. At the end of the day, man, everything that I was part of, all financial damage I was part of, they have to be blamed. Because I'm a responsible person, man. You know what I mean? Um, Case in point, that Buick car radio, I bought that, and they will see that, yeah, they will see that on my purchase online. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna give out the app where I bought it at. They're really good. They can read my mind stuff, and they have my whole history. I bought that car radio. Ooh, that's like in 2012, right? 2012. It stopped working in Philadelphia. Okay, right? Because I showed that to a lot of people when I was in Philly, man. My two car stereos. I was one time driving with Edmund, and I showed it to him and so on. And I mean, that like Remember I told you one time when I came out of the bar, I saw a demon in Edmund's face and so on. And I mean, well, anyhow, maybe he went back and tell them that like the car radio works, the video works when I'm driving. Anyways, but when I got to Philly, my Buick LaCrosse, the DVD didn't work anymore. You know what I mean? So once again, it works. Okay. What's supposed to happen is when you're driving, car DVDs are not supposed to play video. By New York law, it's not supposed to play video. It's only when you're in park. Go buy a brand new car today from GM, right? Anytime your DVD is playing, it's because it's in the park position. It plays that you could hear it, the audio part's supposed to work. You know what I mean? Um, on these new cars, the audio part's supposed to work, but when you put it in park, that's when the video and the audio is supposed to work simultaneously. On my Buick now, my video doesn't work in the park position or in driving because or in the driving mode. Why is that? It's because they broke my shit. Okay, um, my stuff supposed to work in the park position and when you in driving mode because my car DVD or radio is not a GM issued electronic. It's an aftermarket electronic I bought in China. You know what I mean? So I was really proud of that and stuff, man. And they broke my shit, man. They broke my shit. I mean, so they're making my car by their standards now, by their own selfish standards, they're trying to make my car legit for New York State vehicle traffic law. You know what I mean? So that's what it's about, man. You know, the guy online did say that, and like the the target individual would know everything. They did a lot of devilish stuff, boy. My ears buzzing and so on. You know what I mean? And they could control other people too. You know what I mean? You know. So it they didn't fix nothing. You know what I mean? Because really and truly, like, if you're a schizophrenic person and their job is to get your medicine or to keep your medicine, to keep the community safe and some when your medicine is like a mitigated risk. You know what I mean? I'm never going back on medicine. But so they fucked up. They will never give me a medicine. You know what I mean? And I have that right to say now, from here on, I don't believe in the medical industry anymore because they lied to me. Okay, they tricked me into be agitated and so on, and I wasn't even agitated. Okay, I was trying to tell my wife like, yo, like why you want to tell these people about trucks? I didn't say nothing because intelligence told me if I talk about it, they would have kept me in the hospital. You know what I mean? Imagine that you gotta lie, and Detective Sophie and his partner telling me he's for all intents and purposes. Detective Schofield and his partners telling me when I go to behavioral health here, um, crisis center here, just be honest. Nah, like I learn now. You cannot fight fire with fire. You know what I'm saying? Right? If they're tricking you, they cannot be. You cannot be naive to say like, yo, um, they're tricking you. You know, you gotta lie now. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about it, man. And I'm not gonna let myself be lied to anymore. This whole thing is all lies, man. Or it's not real. It's not real. They're all lies, and they can't tap into your mind. You know what I mean? They can't see your heart rate and all that so on, man. Um, like enemy of the state. And I mean that's what this program is about. You are definitely targeted. You know, and they could do stuff like that because they know like okay at the end of the experiment and so on, the person will be compensated. So that's why they really abuse you and stuff, man. I think I might be the only one, man. I might be the only one. Um, so I know they are amazed by me. I know they're really truly amazed by me. But that's the thing, like I had all these visions back in 1996. You know what I mean? And the reason why, and I truly understand it now, um, when God give you a message, right? Typically the message is not for yourself. The message is for the world. And they had to separate church and state because I could affect how Congress operate because people love prophets, I love prophecy, and because the devil knows about how reliant a nation is on prophets, and he wants the world in a certain way. When prophets come or somebody come in the message of God, they try to dirty that prophet. They try to dirty him like, no, don't listen to him. He's schizo. No, don't listen to him. He had a bad past of womanizing and being drunk and um, alcohol, substance, and so on. And I remember now, they couldn't dirty me. You know what I mean? I am I'm not an alcoholic. Sorry, I don't drink alcohol. I don't do drugs, and I don't smoke tobacco. You know what I mean? To them, it'll be like, well, you just admitted that you smoked pot in 2019. Yeah, because you guys were trying to provoke me. So I was trying to show you guys pot doesn't do nothing to me, so you could back off. And guess what? It worked. You know what I mean? Because when you guys was harassing me with the trucks and flags, and you went to the pot, you went back to the trucks and flags. So that showed me that like my strategy did work. It was very effective. You know what I mean? Um, anyways, man. So that's what they do and stuff, man. Um, so when people say it's witchcraft, they're not lying. You know what I mean? They're not lying. It's definitely witchcraft. You know what I mean? And they don't know it. Upper management know it and so on. And I mean, that's why they give these guys information to go online and say it and so on. Right? That's why upper management who control the whole American medical market and stuff said like when anybody, no matter if it's a veteran or if it's a regular civilian, comes to you predicting the future and stuff, stop it. Okay, it's not say that person's not normal. Let's tag him and let's find out what he has. You know what I mean? And if it's beneficial for the nation, they're gonna use it and stuff. But still, but not let the person. But they're not gonna award the person um, any kind of compensation, and so on. Well, you probably get. They probably get social security, and they probably get something to consider disabled. But you're not a disabled person. You're just a person with knowledge of what God give you. You know what I'm saying? And but they're scared. And and remember now, that's only person should be ever be scared is the devil. God, man should never be scared about a message from God. Okay? And when a devil is scared, what the devil do? Use trickery. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, man. So everybody that comes to the message of God, they're gonna be called schizo and they're gonna deceive the world and tell the world, don't listen to this person. He's toxic. He doesn't know what is going on. He's agitated. This, that, and the other. And they really try. They was manufacturing illnesses. You know what I mean? Because look at that, right? The pot. If anything stand out for itself, they listen to me, man. They were spraying pot to irritate me. Look at my video on my car accident, right? Several days ago, last week. I get out of my car. I went to my bumper to look at it, and immediately I start smelling pot. You know what I mean? So they still trying to kind of get me agitated or make it look like I'm agitated. No way in the video it looked like I was agitated, right? In fact, the guy he got more agitated than me. Where he said something like are you gonna call the cops or are you gonna be on social media or call the cops? And I was like, yo, didn't you say you're gonna call the cops? Look how calm and nice I am. Look, they doing this to me every day. every day, 4, 5, 6 times, 12 times. As long as I come out the house, they're on me. They always got me boxed in. Kind of like it's an experiment, and they're responsible for me, so they're trying to always keep eyes on me. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. That's what I'm telling everybody. It's an experiment. They're just trying to use the 4 Ds: deny, disrupt, degrade, and deceive. You know what I mean? Because when they're doing an experiment, and if I know about it and stuff, I'm gonna have their variables give false readings and stuff, right? And they don't want that. They want to like a sterile, unprovoked experiment. And I'm saying, so I knew what it was. So, anyways, once again, right when I get out my car, um, everything is in video. I wasn't even agitated. You know what I mean? But let's suppose somebody had called a VA, and the VA called me, and I went into the VA. The VA would have been under orders to say, well, somebody in the community, you see, somebody in the community said you are a danger to yourself or to somebody. And the whole stuff had to start over again. So, like, anytime the VA call me, I should always be skeptical. Like, right now, I have an appointment on the um, September 30th. I gotta get with somebody, man. Like, I'm not gonna go to that appointment myself. I'm gonna see if I get someone to go with me, man. No, I'm fearful now. Like experience. That's it, man. That's not me paranoid. Based on my experience, I learned that I cannot trust the VA anymore. They could always have me hospitalized and shit and take advantage of me. You know what I mean? Cause that's what the deep state did. And I'm asking my wife, well, yo, like, I'm hurt. Like, can you help me and stuff? She's like, go to Trinidad. Oh man, my wife is brainwashed. Like, I can't help you right now. I got some. What she's saying. She have company. Like, her boyfriend is there and stuff. And I mean, I have company. Like, yo, but I got company. You want me to talk with you, right? You get mad with me, but all right, no big deal. She had company and stuff, man. She didn't want to talk with me. And look at that. I'm not even mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even mad. Like, so I don't know what they will try now. Okay. I'm not fearful. I'm not fearful of them. But I should not be. I think I'm too naive. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not using the logic to keep me safe. They're using logic to prove their cases and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just like a dirty lawyer who comes smiling and stuff. You know what I mean? To get information so to wrongly convict you. That's what they're doing too. You know what I mean? I just hoping that more people they get involved and stuff, because regardless of what, even though they're feeding people wrong information, people have eyes that they could think for themselves, have their own mind and so on. Okay, so they could be manipulated, but at the end of the day, they could still have a little bit of rationality to help themselves. And those people all around, they're not going to see this. Only certain amount of people is limited to my videos and so on. When I look, I see a small percentage of viewing. You know what I mean? And what they could do, but they could have a link with YouTube management and so on. That when I post my stuff goes directly to them, and it shows no viewing. So it's kind of like a double standard for me. So I'll be going back to see if anybody view it, and I'm like, okay, bam, at least they watching my shit. You know what I mean? But not not all of my videos have any viewings and stuff. But it doesn't discourage me, because their whole culture is trickery. Like, they will watch your videos and they will say no views. You know what I mean? And how I know that too, a long time ago when I first started this, I used to get, I would see like 3 views, I hit refresh, or come back a day later, and it goes to 0 views. You know what I mean? So if you could show me you had my views first, and then it goes to 0, that shows that, like, um, whoever is doing it is in the management, is a system administrator of the YouTube viewing, and they can manipulate stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just like they could have an algorithm to manipulate um, views and stuff for certain celebrities. You know what I mean? This time it's only 35 people watching the video, and it looked like 35 million. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. 25 minutes. Let me done this. Good morning, everybody.